Good backhand to start. Chjang Tsike got right back into play. Harimото making it quite a point. Beautiful backhand from early on, the receive game. This one gets away from Harimото. Funny, Chjang Tsike has an intimidating factor about him in many ways. I feel like Harimото is pretty fearless. I don't expect to see too many points going this way. Chjang Tsike a bit behind the table, a bit soft. Harimото missing the shots with Tsike behind the table. Oh, fast long serve. He's able to turn and get the forehand from the middle of the table to play wide. This is where the speed is really needed to cover the table. If you don't have that, if you can't move, you have to make a big shot, stay close. For example, fast long serve, big shot right after. It's a tough way to win it. Again, an injured player, one big shot to finish the rally. What level of pain is Chjang Tsike feeling? We don't know. This has always been the question with Chjang Tsike. The question, well, there are a lot of questions here. No matter how much he wants it, what if he really wants it? Could he still win it? And then the question is, how much does he want this? And I imagine he'd want it quite a bit. After all, this is the same 14-year-old that beat Ma Long, Chjang Tsike's friend and teammate. It's the same 14-year-old that beat Chjang Tsike 4-0 just a week ago. Slows it down a little bit for a spinny backhand instead of the power on the first one. Still Harimото leading by 2. Soft flip from in near the table. Tsike within 1. Now it's easier said than done, but one thing that we at home watching this on TV or online, ITTV, wherever you're watching right now, you have a chance to see the space of the court. And from overhead, Harimото, if he can stay a little bit closer to the table, you'd imagine can hang in there for the rallies. He's going to be a little bit more comfortable in controlling the angles as well and keeping pressure on Chjang Tsike. After all, Tsike's getting away from the table. But from just a step behind the table, he'll have one big shot. He's got the power to do that. And unless it comes right back into that sweet spot, the next shot should be slightly softer. It's going to be up to Harimото to hang in there for the change of spin. 3 in a row for Chjang Tsike. Right down the line. Good combination here. Interesting, Chjang Tsike is probably thought of to be the best backhand in modern history in men's table tennis. A solid forehand flick here. Harimото also, a lot of hype being built up about his backhand. The more the world starts to watch and learn, the more they realize how strong Harimoto's backhand is. When you have a player who's a little bit slow or injured, you have to take advantage of the movement. Tries to play it behind the momentum. Short side of the table. Zhang Jike up 2 points. Last night, Harimото came in. There was a long line of fans waiting at the hotel. Getting a little taste of what it's like to be Zhang Jike. I think the factor security isn't really needed yet for Harimото. Could be in the future. Zhang Jike still has a whole squad of security when he plays the China Open, specifically for him. That's how popular he is in China. Backhand rip right off the serve. In near the table. This is where he's most threatening. And he can dictate a bit where Zhang Jike is going to have to deal with the ball. Not right into the backhand cleanly. A little bit wider to the backhand side. 9-all Harimото with the serves. Top of the net now. The decisions are right. He played the parallel well. Tried to hug it down the line with some side and top spin. Game point to Zhang Jike. Oh, what a backhand to finish. Clean and wide. Zhang Jike takes game number 1. Couldn't get a game in their last match. Takes the first one here. A bit of momentum, a bit of confidence and belief. He'll deal with the pain later, but he will fight this match till the very end. Game number 2 coming up right after this. Back for game number 2. Now this makes things quite interesting for me. I think the way Harimoto's been playing, he would be the strong favorite in the eyes of many, especially considering their last encounter. But Zhang Jike, the underdog here by world ranking, takes the first game and the first point. Sports psychology, a real deal. A mental game out here, belief.
2 love.
Trying to take advantage of maybe the slower movement, the issues on Zhang Jike's side. He's still moving around a bit, changing up his receive game. Catch me if you can. I mean, even if we never see the Zhang Jike that we saw from 2011 to 2014, shots like that just light up a sense of excitement in the table tennis world, that we will get some decent percentage of Zhang Jike's best back on the table, that we can see points like this played. Ooh.
1.
Break off the edge here for Harimoto. Softer ball out in front. Zhang Jike just misconnecting. But I'm impressed with Zhang Jike's movement. Considering everything, he's able to turn. He's had forehands and backhands from, at least forehands from both sides.
4-2.
Didn't see what happened there. sure if it caught his shirt or he blocked it on the way down. Be nice to see a replay of that at some point. Oikai onegaishimasu. Don't know if it'll make it into the highlights, but Zhang Zhike right now up 5-2. Again, this sense of self-belief when Zhang Zhike's playing some of these big shots, it can be quite deflating and discouraging.
3-5.
Pretty scary foot stomp there. Frustration. Zhang Zhike going for broke, stepping around. I thought it was just going to be one shot. In that rally it was. It was that shot or nothing.
3-6.
And we have to give credit, of course, to Zhang Zhike and Lin Gaoyuan, but this reminds me of when Harimото played Lin Gaoyuan. He just wasn't really able to play his game or get his shots in.
7-3.
And the details of that, again, it's credit to the opponent. When Harimото looks off, yeah, he might be. But that's the way real-time sports work like this, where there's offense and defense, and you're reacting to somebody in real time. 4 points ahead, Zhang Zhike with the serves. Good counter exchange here. Harimото within 3. Still a ways to go. Little bit flatter ball deep to the corner. Harimото within 2 with the second towel break. Still gets a little bit of side spin on that Chiquita. But when he comes in his earlier matches against Lee Sang-soo, for example, today, Harimото put a lot of side spin on it. It really made it kick. I don't know the details of Zhang Zhike's physical condition right now.
5.
But he's moving well. Handling side spins. Here's the reverse pendulum serve, a serve that Zhang Zhike is quite familiar with delivering. And look at that receive. Chiquita out wide.
9-5.
I was hoping it would be a close match, and I was hoping we would see Zhang Zhike in good form. But I'm really surprised to see the scoreboard the way it is right now.
Got it! 9-6.
Within 2. I don't imagine I'm the only person watching this imagining all sorts of different scenarios here. Again, the match could still very much go either way.
7-10.
A big point here. Zhang Zhike looking at a 2-0 lead if he can take one of the next few points here. Shuttle serve with underspin.
8.
Rare occasion again. This is something that we saw more in the women's game that's making its way into the men's game. And it's used wisely here. Still 2 game points left for Zhang Zhike. And he takes game number 2 a 2-0 lead. Is the Phoenix rising? Is Zhang Jike back on his way up? Well, he's on track right now. 2-0. We'll be back for game number 3. Harimото versus Zhang Jike right after this.
Time.
Back for game number 3. Zhang Jike leading 2-0 over Tomokazu Harimoto. At this point, Ma Long was down 0-2 and would lose this game. So Zhang Jike to start with the serve here in game 3. I'm thinking about the preparation factor. You have a lot of video footage of Zhang Jike and his skills over the years, but in recent history, if you watched videos, you're getting a different match than you saw last week in China, the week before in Hong Kong.
1-1.
Beautiful backhand. Sets up like a shovel serve. Straight back rotation. Plays it down the line from the forehand side. What a step round to get that backhand into play. Oh, Zhang Jike getting angry. Now this is a position I think Harimoto has to keep himself here close to the table. Probably the third shot that Zhang Jike went with here. That was the real heat. And Harimoto right on top of the table. Tempted Zhang Jike to make it twice in a row. Big opening backhand. This is more of the Harimoto that we've seen this tournament. With Lin Gaoyuan, it never came out. He just wasn't able. I think he got one game maybe. Came out for a little bit, but for the most part, it just didn't feel like he was playing his game. Here, have to wonder if Harimoto's been turned on yet.
4-2.
First towel break, 2 points between them. 2 points can quickly be recovered. Harimoto really needs this game for some confidence. We saw Mima Ito come back from down 0-3 against Chun Shing Tong. Harimoto has been the talk of the planet since beating Ma Long, the dictator. Gambare Harimoto, they say.
4-3.
This is an interesting point here. Harimoto that far behind the table after chasing down the forehand. Nice change, a little softer on the opening backhand. Getting Zhang Jike to take it back. Get him out of position, move him around a little bit for the down-the-line blast. Again, the fastest backhands we've seen down the line were against Ma Long from Harimoto. combination, corner to corner. For me, this is what has to happen. Harimoto stays close to the table. His backhand is not just powerful, not just versatile, it's unpredictable. Yes, that's part of versatility, but I mean, you can't read where it's going so easily, so he can find that wide forehand corner quickly without you knowing it.
6-4.
Touch game, and Chjang Tszike back within 2. Shorter strokes, Harimoto making sure he stays on top of the ball for the power. He went to the forehand of Chjang Tszike a little bit early in the point, not quite as aggressively or as wide. But that's why the rally went the way it did, and he got into the passive position.
5-7.
Second towel break, still within 2 points. It's funny, there have been a lot of little things that Chjang Tszike has done so far, and no umpire has said anything to him yet. Sort of controlling the pace, working on Chjang Tszike time. ZJKST, Chjang Tszike's standard time. Said it before, I'll say it again. Harimoto needs this game for belief, for hope, for rhythm. To put some doubt in Chjang Tszike, to put a dent in the confidence of a man with persistence tattooed on his shoulder blades.
9.
Side top to Chiquita. Chjang Tszike within 3. One more point here for Chjang Tszike. We might see a timeout, even though Harimoto won't have a serve left.
7.
I think I would call it. I'm watching Kurashima in the corner. It looks like he's saving the timeout. Stands up to applaud his player. Now's the timeout. Not at 9-7. Next point.
Timeout.
Harimoto could make it 10-7. You think maybe you could save the timeout for later when it's more needed? But now or never. You don't want to be down 0-3. Push game. Opening backhand receive. Trying to read what I see here on screen with body language. For Harimoto, again, when he takes the opening receive, if he can play it wide enough, maybe a little bit onto the body, right on the crossover point, and follow up wide to the forehand. If Chjang Tszike turns, shovel serve worked well. One time I saw it used. But still not a game yet for Harimoto. I expected another 4-0 victory. Hoped for a tighter match. But it makes things really interesting. Quite frankly, either way, but especially for me, if Harimoto takes this game here, it'll put a bit more pressure from a stamina standpoint, from a belief standpoint, on Chjang Tszike. It'll also bring a more confident Harimoto to the table, a bit more loose and free,
8,
less hesitant,
9.
less tentative. Still 1 point in the lead. Harimoto on the receive back from his timeout. Oh, Chiquita pays off in the back arch. Getting quite bent back for that. It is 2 game points for Tomokazu Harimoto to really cash in the timeout. He needs to take this game.
10.
Not yet. Good placement on the receive over the table. Chjang Цзике aggressive. One more game point left. The crowd trying to lift Harimото. Big backhand does it. Harimото with the fist bump, the back bend in the game. It is 1-2. Tomokazu Harimото is on the scoreboard, and we will be back. Game number 4. This is getting interesting. Stay right here.